We think of our system as being very fair. In practice, what the Americans do with this treaty, firstly, they extend American law to cover the whole world. They do it by various mechanisms using wire fraud charges and so on, but they cover the whole world. Secondly, the Department of Justice in the States essentially uses these laws in this extradition treaty as a weapon of international commerce, of forcing their will on the rest of the world. And that's not just true for the Department of Justice, it's also true for other departments in the States, including the President. There is then the political nature of the US legal system. Many of the officials in the system are elected. So if you're a prosecutor, having a high profile case against a foreigner with no local supporters is a great thing as a stepping stone to a well-paid or a powerful job. Then you've got the biasing effect, and I can go into this later if you want, of choosing to prosecute in some US jurisdictions. Imagine being prosecuted for a security offence or an espionage offence, let's say in a part of America where a large number of the population work for the NSA or CIA. And then there's the ruthless use of plea bargaining. Now, your listeners may be surprised to know that 97% of cases brought in the States end in a conviction. One of the reasons for this is if you are facing prosecution in the States and you are told by the prosecutors, who largely determine the sentence, if you plead guilty, you'll get a few years in an open prison. If you plead innocent or you plead not guilty, then we will throw the book at you and you'll get 30 years in a closed prison. We will resist all attempts at parole. We will resist all attempts for you to serve the sentence in your own country. So you'll serve in a prison in Texas or whatever, sharing a cell with some violent gangster or whatever. That's the way it does. And so what it becomes is only rational to plead guilty. Yes, you're facing not guilty, 3 years in open prison, guilty, 35 years in a high security prison. That's how the two systems are asymmetric. The American system is not the same as ours. So what does this mean? It means an already unbalanced treaty is amplified in its asymmetry. And so we need to put it right. We need to actually change this treaty so that it's got symmetrical application. So we depoliticize it, or at least equalize the political power. That we guarantee rights to UK citizens that Americans have got. That we cut out political prosecutions. That we force the forum. In other words, if something is carried out for crime is carried out in Britain, it's tried in Britain. If it's carried out in America, it's tried in America. And we perhaps should limit it more to violent crimes or crimes that end in death or maybe kidnapping, that sort of thing.